Shabbat Shalom Kakodah Shalom to the 144,000 rest of the elect out there. Shalom to you all. Anyway, I'm going to entitle this video, They Came from Palestine. Okay, and you're going to see what I'm talking about in a minute. So I just jumped on this. I was on it for about a minute. I said I got to make a little response to it. You're not allowed to notice this. The disappearance of Edomites. Now, I haven't heard this from the beginning. Let me see something. But this is what I caught. Okay, this is 33 minutes, so it's we're well into it, as they say in England, I think. We're well into it. Anyway, let's go here and just listen to what they're going to say. So this is, the speaker is GMS All Precepts, which is the elder Hashayag. So listen up, listen up, listen up.
Years of wisdom, government, and culture, man. See, these damn Edomites are nothing but liars, man. Right? But this is that what they call it, the scientific racism.
Okay, chat. Everybody going to chat now. Chat is where it's at. Chat is where it's at. They say a lot of good things. You know, we put GMS. What does GMS take? They could say they tell the truth for the most part. Anyway, I'm sorry. So this is chat. So let me see. Longhouse wigwams, location Central Plains. Right, talking about Gad, the Indians.
You know the talking points, that
I'm
bullshit.
I'm kind of tempted to go to the beginning of this video. That's why you got to watch this from the beginning. Go to his video and watch it from the beginning.
Anyway, let's finish this out. Just wanted to put that out there, right?
Before America was formed as a nation, this place was not America, because America didn't exist. America existed when it was formed. And so if someone can trace their lineage back to the Comanche on the Great Plains, well, that doesn't make you you weren't native to America. You're a native to Comancheria. You're native to this. You're not native to the country of America. The people who are native to the nation of America, the people who formed this nation, were by and large almost exclusively.
You are connected to the country. That's when you go to the scriptures. That's the meaning of the word heritage. You're on that. You're connected to that land.
White people of European descent.
You hear that? You hear the bullshit, man?
Oh, that's okay. See, Esau, that's why we don't follow Esau. Esau's the Gad called him, you speak with forked tongue.
They came over and it took over, as it tells you in Habakkuk.
They use the term manifest destiny, meaning we were set up by God to take you down. And they were right. They can't explain it to you, but they would say we are the Edomites. If you want to tell the whole truth, manifest destiny is when the Edomites is going to take down the Israelites.
Because this is who he is by nature. Right? Speaking out loud. Habakkuk 2 in 5 it says, yea, also because he transgressed by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home. All right. How did he take this land? How did he take the world? Through force. Through rape, robbery, and murder. Neither keepeth at home, who enlarges his desire as hell and is his death.
Who enlarges his desire as hell, meaning everywhere he goes, he brings death with it. It's reported, and it took a couple of days before they reported that 80 people were killed, and I believe it's a lot more than that. When they invaded Venezuela.
And cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. This is what they do, man. Micah 2.
Yeah, that oil that
right?
Trump keeps talking about. We're going to make billions of dollars from this oil, and we're going to help the economy. You're not going to help the average person. The ones that rub shoulders with you, rub elbows with you, if they're worth 50 billion, now they're going to be worth 150 billion. If they have a small yacht, they're going to get 2 big yachts. If they have a Learjet, they're going to get 3 Learjets. This is not, and like Reagan said, trickle down theory. He cut taxes for the rich, and he cut spending for the middle class and the poor, you know? So they said he did that because the rich will have so much money that it'll trickle down. This shit didn't trickle down. No motherfuckers kept that goddamn money. So you keep living off of this promise that this man's giving you, man.
You hear the pride of these Edomites, man. But all of that's going to be rewarded. Woe to the oppressors. Micah 2:1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. And they covet fields and take them by violence.
This whole place called America is a field. It's a large field. It's a 5,000 square mile field. It's not exactly 5,000. They say 4,500. Let's round it off to 5,000. That's a lot of land. For you to drive from New York to California, it's going to take you how many days? We're talking. We're talking. 5 days, maybe 6, maybe a little bit more than that. You got to rest. That's a lot of land being covered, man. So you coveted this field.
Just like how he got America. How he took down Gad, Reuben, and Ephraim, the northern kingdom tribes that were already over here prior to so-called white people, so-called Europeans, coming over here. And they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away, so they oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage.
By the way, a heritage means your land. So they took your land. You were connected to the land. Oh, well, 2,000 years, you really wasn't. It doesn't matter. If you came in to a land that was occupied by some other nation different than you, that's their fucking land. The only ones that can claim land are the ones that were there before them. No, we were here before you. And you can't prove that, man. You keep moving the goalposts. And the truth is coming out. The worst weapon against you is truth. Even Malcolm said that.
All right. Let's play a little bit more.
They are the natives of this country. They're the ones who formed this country. That doesn't mean that other people aren't allowed to live here. It just means that they're the natives.
Other people are allowed to live there if they let them live there. That's why this guy, Nero, is pushing these true Americans, which are, Israelites, out because they said they wasn't born in this land. But this guy just said you can be in this land. No, you can't. Whoever controls this land, you stole the land, unfair, and now you get to call the shots because you have that sword. You people are gonna go down hard, man.
And again, anywhere else in the world, there's nothing controversial about pointing that out. And we're the only place where we're not allowed to say that. But I've been on this. I've been preaching this for a while now. I think we need to, and not just as a gimmick. Like, I really believe we should reclaim the title of Native American, and not to denigrate the people that we call Native.
Saying that he's Native American. Fuck out of here.
Who I think that they're. It's really interesting to read about their cultures and their history.
Oh, they're amazing people, but not native to here.
They're not native to America, and they also were. By the way, they're also not native in the strictest sense to this hemisphere. Like, they didn't sprout out of the ground. They came here at some point in the past
from Asia.
No, Tucker, you're wrong. You're wrong. Shut the hell up. They came here from Asia. That's why you close your eyes. They came here from Asia. And that's what they say. They came through the Bering Straits. That's that made up BS. Come on now.
They fought brutally with each other over the land. All of the so-called natives that were here and had claimed land when Europeans first started showing up in the late 1400s, early 1500s, all of those people were on that land because they brutally killed who'd been on it before.
Right.
And they raped their women and took their children.
Wait a minute. He's suggesting that there were people on this land before Gad got over there, and they raped and pillaged the people to take the fucking land, to justify the fact that this is really not your land. You're really not native to this land. The truth of the matter is, you said that they from Asia. What part of Asia? They from Israel. The last plot of land that they were on was Assyria, and they escaped Assyria to come over here to the Americas, man.
all of those people were on that land because they brutally killed who'd been on it before.
Right.
And they raped their women and took their children as slaves.
One wave of conquest supplanted the next.
Exactly.
Name that nation that they raped and took. Gad said, "Oh, who are these people? These red people with horns in the middle of their head. Let's rape their women and what's the name of the fucking? This is why we don't talk to Edomites. That's why we dictate to them. We control the narrative because if they don't have an answer, they make shit up. Oh, they came from Asia. They came over the Barren Straits.
And the law
I'll
of
straight
conquest.
up say these are the Israelites. Okay. A lot of them spoke Hebrew. There's records of them that spoke Hebrew. When they saw a fire, a certain tribe, not all of them, some of them kept to the language. They called it. They called fire Ash. They called on Yahweh. Their ceremonies were that of Israel, similar to Israelite ceremonies. They had fringes on their garments. I'm talking about the plain Indians. The Seminoles had turbans on their head. They had fringes on their garments. Would you think the fringes was a fashion statement? No, they were the Israelites.
Is what determined.
No, it's of course it's factually true, and by the way, it's been suppressed for many decades by anthropologists and archaeologists, by the official policy of the U.S. government. But cracking the human genome made it impossible to deny the origin of the American Indians, which was Asia. It's fine. I mean, I really like the Native Americans.
I do
The
too.
origins. That's their stance on it. They're from Asia. They're not the real people. This other guy with the beard. Oh, they took down some people and they raped. What's the name of the fucking people? What's the name of the people? Where did they go? They just disappeared? And where did you get this information from?
We clearly know that's not the case. All right, you go to 2nd Ezra 13. All right, after the Assyrian captivity, the northern
I want to
kingdom
ask a
tribes.
question. Sorry for cutting them off. I want to ask a question, but I'm sick of this shit. I'm sick of this shit. They never talk about. They always talk good about Columbus. And Italians want to claim that Columbus was a Spaniard. He wasn't Italian. Stop it already. Let me see something. Where did the Native Americans originally come from? Native Americans originally came from Asia. Well, that's what they say. Migrating to the Americas over thousands of years, primarily across the Bering Land Bridge, or the Bering Strait. The Bering Land Bridge connecting Siberia and Alaska during the last ice age, and potentially along coastal routes with genetic evidence pointing to Siberian and East Asian ancestry for the first people, followed by later migration, which is bullshit. Let me go. Where did the Native Americans originally come from? Let me go ask the chat. Come on now. Give it a second, y'all. Give it 2 seconds. You can live on that lie as long as you want until the truth smacks you dead in the face. The reality smacks you dead in the face. Bear with me for a minute, please. Okay, give me a second, y'all. Come on now. Please forgive me, y'all. Please forgive me. Okay. I may answer the series of questions. Let's see what they say. Here we go. Where did the Native Americans originally come from? Most scholars, Edomite scholars, agree that ancestors of Native Americans originally came from Asia. They agree, that doesn't mean it's true. Specifically, northeastern Siberia, and migrated into the Americas during the last ice age. I got to look up the last ice age. Here's the basic picture based on archaeological, genetics, and linguistics. James Adair traded with the Plains Indians and said they spoke Hebrew. Okay, here they go. Around 15,000 to 25,000 years ago. The Earth is not even that old. That's a whole nother argument. Genetic evidence. Multiple waves. What they were not. There's no credible scientific evidence that Native Americans originated in Europe, Africa, or the Middle East. Older theories like this Solutarian hypothesis are largely rejected. I should look that up. They said they certainly didn't come from the Middle East. How am I going to phrase this? Could they be Israelites? Short answer is there's no credible historical, genetic, or archaeological evidence that Native Americans were Israelites. Here's why scholars reject the idea while also explaining where it came from. Esau knows best where the idea came from. 16th to 19th century, some European propose Israelite origins as a way to, which they are right, the so-called religious people, the people that came over here to the Americas and 13 colonies, when they broke off, they were religious, so-called Christians, fit Native Americans into a biblical worldview, explain cultural similarities, James Adair, History of the American Indians, that were actually universal human traits. All right, yeah. The idea is, so everybody spoke Hebrew. The idea is everybody wore fringes. The idea is most famously associated with the Book of Mormon, which is a religious text, not a historical or scientific source. Let me ask this question. Why were the Native Americans able to speak Hebrew? They weren't able to speak Hebrew. The idea comes from misunderstandings, mistranslations, and a few well-known hoaxes. It's a hoax. Let me break it down clearly. Native Americans did not speak Hebrew. Here, why this idea persists, some Europeans wanted to fit Native Americans into a biblical framework. Yeah, because they knew the truth. Others believe it would justify colonization, support religious narratives, make the world seem less foreign. Let me do this. In the book History of the American Indians, James Adair, he said that the Indians spoke Hebrew. Okay, let's go. I'm going to narrow it down. James Adair did claim that the Native Americans spoke Hebrew-derived languages, but historians and linguistics are clear that this conclusion was wrong. Also, so James Adair lied? He just made it up? Here's what's going on and why his book is not considered reliable evidence. Yeah, because they say we don't consider this as reliable. It's not reliable because they say it's not. No, we don't rely on that. That doesn't mean that it's false. Who was James Adair? James Adair was an 18th century trader who lived among southeastern tribes, especially the Chickasaw, for about 40 years. Wow. I thought it was a couple of years. 40 years. So he knew how to speak the language, man. In 1775, before the birth of America, he published a history of the American Indians. he sincerely believed Native Americans were descendants of the lost tribes of Israel, which he was correct on. Tribe of Gad, tribe of Reuben. Adair was not a linguist, archaeologist, or geneticist. Modern scientific methods did not exist yet. Wait a minute. If he said, the guy said ash, that's fire in Hebrew. He called on Yahweh. You know? They said this, they say that. Sound alike words. Adair listed native words that he thought resembled Hebrew. Come on now. Come on with the bullshit. Come on with the bullshit. Stop it with the bullshit. Stop the blood-clad lying. These people are lying. They cunningly devised fable. That's all this is. Esau had to set this history up, so if you found it, he would say, nope, James, first of all, James Adair, what did they say about him? They said, I didn't know he was 40 years. That's a lifetime, man. He lived most of his life among the Plains Indians. It says, Adair was not a linguist. Yeah, but if I know the Hebrew word for fire is ash, and I go to some people and they set a fire and they call it ash, I'm going to say, wait a minute, why are they saying ash? Could they be Israelites, archaeologists, or geneticists? Modern scientific methods did not yet exist. Listen to this bullshit. This method is not how linguistics works. Linguistics works, excuse me. Every language on earth will have accidental sound similars with others. That's bullshit. That's some bullshit. Confirmation bias. Adair started with the belief that Native Americans were Israelites, then searched selectively for evidence to support it, ignored contradictions. That's what you devils do all fucking time. Let me ask this question. What's this guy, the top interpreter for Columbus? Give me a second, let me think about it. Who was the top interpreter for Christopher Columbus? Luis de Torres. Give me a second, y'all. What language did Del Torres speak to the American Indians in? Okay, Luis de Torres, Christopher Columbus' interpreter, on his first voyage, initially tried to speak languages like Arabic, Hebrew, and Chaldean. But this is all based on Hebrew. Arabic is Hebrew. Hebrew is Hebrew, origins in Hebrew, and Chaldean, Aramaic goes back to Hebrew, with the Native Americans expecting to find Asians, but these languages were useless, so they relied on basic sign languages, gestures. That's bull fucking shit. Let me ask this. This is some bullshit. Was Del Torres able to speak to the Indians, and what language did they speak? The historical figure associated with attempting to communicate with indigenous people in the Americas is Luis del Torres, the official interpreter for Christopher Columbus on his first voyage in 1492. Note, Del Torres was not able to speak with the natives using the language he knew because they spoke a completely different language. Okay. Let me do this. Okay, archaeology. No Hebrew inscription before European contact. What about the Lost Lunar Stone? No Israelite artifacts. What is this? Culture or writing system. Continuous indigenous culture developed thousands of years older than ancient Israel. Come on, man. Y'all be lying, boy. What Del Toro is able to speak. Okay, let's try this here. I need to clarify Del Torres you mean because there were several Spanish with the name Del Torres could follow the ultimate 1516 original blah 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 blah. Okay, they ain't give me nothing. If you're thinking of a figure cited in Lost Tribes, I guess that's Lost Tribes and Promised Land, Israelite origin arguments, those claims often misunderstood how translation actually occurred. Yeah, they give me a bunch of bullshit. They had to cover all their bases. Give me a second. Let me go ahead and find this video again. This guy, the bear, is justifying the fact that, well, you guys say that we're not the original native, but you guys aren't either. There was other people that were there before you, and you raped and pillaged them. What are the people called? Where are they today? You just can't destroy a people by an edict. I had to throw that in there.
Came over to the land of Arsareth, man. We've done plenty of videos going into that. That's how they got over here.
And guess they're being anti-Sem too. Because the Smallheads say that the Indians, they were over here. And the Americas, Asurif is America. So who was here? Those people that you said had horns in the middle of their head, that they raped them? Come on now. That's why we don't take these devils seriously.
Right? The trip took what did it say, about a year and a half. All right, and that's how they got over.
Now, a year and a half from the East, from the so-called Middle East. Now in the movie, what is it? 1492, Conquest of Paradise. The individual that what's this guy's name? Debardor, French actor. He was playing Christopher Columbus, and he was talking to the priest about that this land mass. He showed a map, but he didn't show the other side of the world. So he said he believed that there's a land mass. I think he said 750 leagues, which I forgot what it was in miles. But if you trace back Spain to the Americas, the east coast of America, it translates into about 750 leagues. Somebody help me out with the leagues. I'm not going to look how to can go from leagues to miles. Give me a second.
Over to this side of the world, the Western Hemisphere. All right, they don't come from no goddamn Asia, right? But see, it's just more bullshit that these Edomites are spewing out, man. All right, let's play a little bit more. We'll wrap it up. I'm pretty sure, you know.
I like Tariq Nasheed always says, because I'm white and I say so. That's all they got to do. Well, why do you say that? Because I'm white and I say so.
Brothers are doing.
That's why I see why you gonna be exterminated, bro. I see why you gonna Brodies. I see why you gonna get exterminated. Cause you gotta go. You're the you know, you're the parasite of the earth.
Response videos or whatever to it, right? I'm not gonna play the whole thing.
Personally, yeah, I'm not against them at all. I feel so bad for them. But you're absolutely 100% right. I just find it so interesting, the coordinated effort to exterminate white people, which is in full flower now. But it's so, you know, it's 1945 is when it started, but it was every part of our society. I mean, I remember at Fox News, in the most gentle way, trying to say, you know, maybe all lives do matter, or we shouldn't attack whites because they're white. Man, it was like the worst argument I ever got in with the senior executive.
You did all this fucking wickedness, and now you don't want to pay? And the scriptures tell you in Hebrews, if you don't pay, then you're bastards. Let me see. Let me go ahead and bring that up. Bastards. Bastards. It's either bastards or bastard. I gotta do that again. It's not gonna come up. Give me a second. Let me bring it back. General Yohana called me, you bastard! I'm not a bastard, brother. Because I went through hell, so that proves I'm not, for this truth, so I'm not, that proves I'm not a bastard. You bastard. Let me see, bastard. Now let's try it. Let's try this here. I'm sorry, y'all. Let's see if it comes up. Matter of fact, I'm not even gonna go crazy looking for it. Somebody just put it up there. Let me do it this way. Chastise. I believe it's chastise. Let's try this. The word is chastisement. Let me do this here. Nothing comes up, I'll leave it alone. Okay, I found it. I believe I found it. Hebrews 12:8. But if ye be without chastisement, I'm going to look up the word chastisement, and I've been chastised, okay? whereof all are partakers, then are ye bastards and not sons. But if ye be without chastisement, I've been chastised, man. So in General Yohana, the second in command only to Christ, said, "You bastard! I'm not a bastard. You're going off." Let me see. Let me look up the word chastisement. My newest car is 2011, and to me it's like a brand new car. So I ain't riding around in a 2025, 2026, whatever. And I don't mind either. What did I say? Chastise, right? There's lessons within lessons. We're going to get back into the lesson. Okay, chastise. The whole training, education of children. Yeah, I've been educated to learn this truth. So I had to be chastised, right? Which relates to the cultivation of mind and morals, and employs for like YNs have not been chastised because they were raised up by their mother. For this purpose now commands and I don't need no more. It said now reproof and punishment, right? So when you go off, you get cursed out. We chastise brothers in the camp if they go off. Okay, brother, you went off. You do it again, you're suspended, or whatever the case may be. We done kicked out brothers, and brothers then came back, and the Spirit then had them come back in the camp, and they were welcome back in the camp. That's part of chastisement. If you don't receive chastisement, then you're a bastard. I'm not a bastard. I got demoted in the main school. I got chastised in the main school. I was put on a hot seat. They put me on a hot seat. The whole congregation got me, and they need to let me speak. And I said, "You gonna let me speak?" "No, we ain't gonna let you speak because you're on the hot seat." But where's that in the scriptures? That I can't speak? It tell you that in the Apocrypha. Judge first, examine first, then judge. Right? Doesn't it say that? So anyway, so I'm not a bastard. Anyway, where am I? Let me come back to this. Like these Christians, they want to debate us. We ain't got nothing to say, you Christians. All right? First of all, you're not Christians, number one. That's an argument right there. You're not, number one, you're not Christians. You got to be an Israelite to be a Christian.
At the network, like, that's racist. No, it's actually an argument against racism. It's like everybody on all sides was so brainwashed and just accepting this. And then, of course, it happened. And so I wonder, does it ever let up? Didn't let up in Zimbabwe or South Africa.
Yeah, so you can watch the rest of that, man. These Edomites are hurt, man. There's nothing they can do. All right? Playing the victim is not going to work. It's not going to help the cause. All right? You can't stop what the Lord has already ordained. All right? And that's what it is.
He set you devils up in the first place. He's your maker. He made Israel and he made you. This is not the royal family right here. This is a charade, bro. The hell is this?
Right, let me go to
Oh, I'm sorry. Since this picture's up, I haven't gone through this in so many years. It's in Ecclesiastes. Is it 7? I'll find it. I'll find it. Okay, that's only one time. Okay, let me do it this way. I think it's 4. It could be 10 and 4. Princes. Princes. Nope, this is what I'm going to do. Watch what I'm going to do. Let me go to 10. 10. There we go. 10. Folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in low place. Folly is Edomites are the fools, and the rich Israelites in low place. Reversal of fortune. I have seen servants upon horses, that represents sitting up high, and princes walking as servants upon the earth. Folly is set in high places. European royals are all from Edom, Esau, aka, what's this from? Where the hell is this from? Wow, let's go.
Let me see what I have put up here in the tabs. Hebrews 12 and 16, it says, Hebrews 12 and 16, lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. For you know how that afterward, when he was, I'm sorry, let me read it again. Hebrews 12 and 17, for you know how that afterward, when he would have inherited the blessing, he was rejected. For he found no place of repentance, though he sought it carefully with tears. And this is what these Edomites are doing. They're crying, man. Okay? Woe is
me. You have
me.
scholars that say, well, that was talking about Esau. No, it's talking about Esau's lineage, his offspring. Because Obadiah 1:18, we're not going to burn up Esau. There's Esau, let's burn him. We're going to burn a whole lot of you. Kingdom of Judah, kingdom of the northern kingdom, we're going to come back together and they're going to take the kingdom of Esau, the Edomites, and burn y'all, get rid of y'all. Whether it's symbolic, we're going to get rid of y'all. Y'all going to get got.
Because look, the prophecy says that you're going to be destroyed. You had your time. Your little season is over, man. All right, the Lord had you set up for an allotted time to rule.
Oh, that's Job. Let's go to that. Let's go to that. Job 20. Because I want to read it in a couple of different versions. Job 20. Where did I say I was going to go? Okay, that the triumph of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite for but a moment. So when you was shackled up by the Lord for 1,000 years, you came out of 1,000 years. That was late 1400s. 1400s. So from 1400 to now, that's about 500, a little bit more than 500 years. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, 500 years. That's your little time of rule. Let me read that in the Amplified. That the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the godless is only for a moment. 500 years compared to forever, that's a moment. That's a moment in time. Right? Let's go to the NLT. The triumph of the, here we go. The triumph of the wicked has been short-lived, and the joy of the godless has been only temporary. So you're getting ready to lose your kingdom.
And now it's over. Right? Was it Job 14? All right, Job 14 and In 5 it says, seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee, thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. All right, so you Edomites have reached your limit, man. Now we're in the midst of the fall. Okay, they're mad that people are celebrating this, man. But hey, the scriptures, as a matter of fact, the scriptures do say that. Isaiah 14, how the world is going to rejoice at the fall, right? Man, Isaiah 14. All right, Isaiah 14 in verse 4. It says, thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how have the oppressors ceased? The golden city ceased. The Lord
Yahweh. That was the spirit, because I was into this too. That was part of the title of my last video.
Yahushua have broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. He who smote the people in wrath of the continual stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted and none hindereth. Yeah, that's the Edomites, man. Through wars, okay, through pestilence, through taxes and sanctions and everything, man. He's ruled the world with a
wait a minute now. Whoa, wait a minute. Stop the presses. Full spectrum survival, which Yashawan of the new song bar calls him, what do you call him? Skeletor. He does look like Skeletor. He makes good videos though. I subscribe to him. So here's Skeletor. Full spectrum survival uploaded. Breaking news, U.S. military bases threatened by the EU. What's trending? What's trending? Revelation 17 verse 16. Revelation 17:16 is trending. That's a series right there. Let me read that again. Breaking news, U.S. military bases threatened by the EU. Trump prepares to move. Hexit alert. That's the Secretary of War. So you get this ain't gonna go down like that. It ain't gonna go down like that. The chip has the Revelation 13 and 16 has to come to pass. So it's gonna be crunch, but you know what? They're not gonna forget this. The EU is not gonna forget. You might forget, but I'm not gonna forget. Okay, inside joke. Trump slams senators for advancing war powers resolution. People are getting tired, bro. And all you brothers that are members of GMS, you should be putting up videos. Any free time, leisure time, you should be putting up videos. Or just leave the camp. And I ain't talking about the camp leaders. I'm talking about all you brothers. And it's up to you camp leaders to make sure your men do videos. Well, if they don't do videos, they're not of the elect anyway. If they just there, they come on side, they got their hands in their pocket. They don't say much, they don't do much. They shouldn't be in the camp. This is an action camp. This is about action. This is not the Mickey Mouse Club. A lot of you guys don't realize what you're involved in, man. I just want to be a part of something. Yo, enjoy the IUIC. You're gonna be a part of that. Genesis, join them. Jimmy Dore Show uploaded Candace Owens' newest expose, destroys Feds Kirk assassination narrative. And she can go to hell too. Fuck that bitch too. I was watching this earlier. Okay, so let's get back into this. I gotta watch this for sure. For sure. U.S. military bases threatened by the EU. That's the breakup of the EU. The feet of it, the toes.
In your wrath, invasions, bombings, and he hasn't stopped. Verse 7, Isaiah 14:7. The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break.
That's when the kingdom comes.
forth into singing. There's going to be a rejoicement when Esau falls.
By Israel and the other nations. They're going to be happy to serve us. That's the difference. These nations are not happy to serve under Esau, but they're going to be happy. They will own nothing and be happy about it, for real.
Yea, the fir trees rejoice at thee, in the cedars of Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down, no fellow has come
These
up
represent the fir trees represent the nations.
against us, right? Because the trees can also be tied back to the people.
There you go. Because the trees are going to grow. The grapes are going to grow as big as your head. You know, everything's going to be rejuvenated because of we're going to establish the land Sabbath once every 7 years. We're going to establish the year of release with the Jubilee. These nations are going to be happy to be under us.
All right, a feller is a tree cutter, a lumberjack, man. And Esau is basically like
So it's twofold because they're chopping down the deforestation, which the trees and greenery, they take in carbon monoxide and they breathe out fresh oxygen.
the feller, the lumberjack of the nations, man. So when he falls, there's going to be a rejoicing, a rejoicing, singing. You see? So that's pretty much it, man. Like I said, you can watch the rest of that, from the Tucker Carlson Network. That's all I had. I just want to put my input in there, man. All right, but these white people know that it's a done deal. Shalom.
So anyway, I'm not gonna go to this guy. I used him before. This guy, Skeletor. Full Spectrum Survival uploaded. Breaking news. U.S. military bases threatened by the EU. Matter of fact, I'm gonna take, you know what I'm gonna do? Let me do this.
All right, this right here is very concerning, folks. We have Europe.
Okay, now this is what I'm gonna do. Look at this. This is all kind of things are happening, man. Everybody should be, as Bond said in the movie Platoon. He said, "I want every swinging blank in the field." That means you're supposed to be out here working. Okay, U.S. intervention splits MAGA. MAGA split. Anyway, let me do this. U.S. military bases threatened by the EU. Let me see what happens. Let me just use a little bit of Hebrew Israelite ingenuity here. Now let's see what's going to happen. I told y'all I see 2026. The Most High is going to take that force and he's going to put it up. He's gonna make the stream of the water come out even harder. All right, let me go right here. Okay, U.S. Discussing option to acquire Greenland, include using military, which is stupid. It's just absolutely stupid. The painful question for NATO and the EU: if Trump takes Greenland, that's a stupid move. U.S. says military always an option in Greenland. U.S. says military always an option. I don't want that. Let me get some more news. Then I'm gonna close. They ain't gave me nothing. They ain't gave me shit. Anyway, shalom, on to the next.